I know that lingerie is sexy. That's what it's designed for after all. But do you think it's actually much sexier than, say, a little t-shirt and cotton panties or something else that's just standard wear for women? My theory is that lingerie is a huge sexual trigger more because it's basically a green light than because most men actually prefer it. I'm not saying they don't appreciate it, just that it's not really all that necessary. Just curious what the men out there think. Story 1. 10,000,000%. Sounds strange, but a woman wearing the right outfit is much more exciting to me than a fully nude woman. Story 2. It is awesome. It accentuates the curves of a woman that we really cannot see when she is simply naked. It is like the ultimate gift wrap paper. Story 3. Sexy lingerie is better than nude. It is like nude with extra fine wrapping. Sexy lingerie is like makeup for your body. I love my wife as she is, but damn, she looks hot with a little makeup. Story 4. I actually love it on my wife, but it is rare that she wears it. She looks fantastic in anything and nothing as well. On the rare occasions when she does put something on, my jaw drops and it definitely turns me on even more. If she never wore it again, I would be fine with it, but you asked, yes, it does add to my experience. Story 5. I'm not a huge fan of lingerie as much as I am a fan of how it makes her feel. If it makes her feel confident, I'm all for it. It's also nice to notice the level of interest and effort from my partner. My ex's way of showing interest was just coming to bed nude. That is nice, but when it's the only approach, it becomes very passive and loses its appeal. Story 6. More than anything, I think it is the intent. My wife is absolutely stunning in anything or nothing. Even after being together and seeing her naked for over 30 years, I never fail to get butterflies in my stomach. When she puts on something specifically to entice, I almost lose my mind. Could be a t-shirt or something lacy, but if her heart is in it, I am deeply into it. Story 7. I like the production. So yeah, it is not technically the lingerie. I also really like it when my wife tries on a haul from the thrift store. Maybe it is just the prancing. Story 8. Lingerie is great. Ladies, if you are wearing lingerie for your partner, keep it simple. Stripper heels, G-string, and the most ridiculous push-up bra you can find. Story 9. Little tank top and sexy panties. It is my weakness. My wife knows it too. She has fun with it. Sometimes, out of nowhere, she will just come out and walk by me nonchalantly. It is fun. Story 10. Personally, I feel like it adds a lot. However, my wife is not quite as interested when I wear it. Kind of bummed. Story 11. It is like a nicely wrapped Christmas present. The exciting part is the present inside, but when it is well wrapped and looks good, it makes the experience much more enjoyable. Story 12. I agree that it is a green light for intimate moments. It means I am desired, and it is better than her just saying, let's have sex. Story 13. My partner looks attractive in anything, but when she goes the extra mile to buy lingerie because she knows my head will explode. Jesus. I literally stutter just staring at her. I become a brainless, drooling, lust and love-filled fool. I hope she never gets tired of me staring at her. This woman is my true love, my desire, my person, all wrapped in one. I appreciate that she goes the extra mile. Story 14. Honestly, those Calvin Klein bras and underwear women wear can look much hotter than anything else from my personal experience. Story 15. It would, in theory. My wife never wore anything like that. It helps her turn me down when she does not wear anything that could signify any desire for sex. Story 16. Honestly, it's the idea that you're wearing something that is not inherently enjoyable for you, and it is for me. I remember my ex getting some sexy pajamas and then realizing they were actually very comfortable. She told me she was going to wear them all the time. I had no complaints, but it definitely made it less sexy knowing that it was not about me. Story 17. When my wife wears it, she feels sexier, is mentally more engaged, and has a much higher likelihood of achieving an orgasm. Simply putting on lingerie is foreplay, so I would say it adds a lot. Story 18. It adds nothing without intention. If a woman puts it on and then behaves exactly as she always does, it does little or nothing. But if she uses it to feel confident and act confidently, it makes a significant difference. Story 19. Push-up bras, lacy panties, corsets, latex, leather. We have tried it all and nothing works. My wife always just tells me to stop wearing her clothes and to leave the funeral, wedding, or whatever event immediately. Story 20. Love it, but when the mood strikes, you do not send her into the room to get ready. It is the kind of thing that if she walks into the kitchen with an outfit on, then I know it is go time. Story 21. I'm fine with her wanting to dress up in it. I don't really have any preference, as her being in lingerie generally indicates that she wants to look sexy for me. The thing is, if I'm with her, that means I already find her sexy, so anything she does in the form of effort just adds to her sexiness. She could literally dress up with 2 bandages and 2 corks, and I would still find her sexy. Story 22. I saw a comedian once who said we should judge lingerie by the way it looks as it flies across the room. Story 23. I do not really care about lingerie. If I am with a woman who went all out and is being sexy with me, I truly appreciate it, but lingerie does not really do it for me personally. I would never tell her that if she enjoys it. Story 24. I have always thought lingerie looks best when casually placed in a corner. I like skin. There is nothing hotter than a naked woman I love. My wife likes her frilly clothes. After the first time she wore silk to bed, I asked that whatever she wore in the future be easy to remove. That has worked well for us for more than 50 years. Story 25. It depends. If she is only doing it to make me happy and is not into it at all, then it is not a turn-on. Also, it should be used sparingly. You do not want lingerie to become stale. Story 26. You could always ask your partner what they prefer if you have one at the moment. Otherwise, whatever makes you feel confident and attractive is generally best. If I am in a situation where I will be intimate with someone, generally it does not make much difference what just ends up on the floor anyway. The only caveat is that there are times when it is appropriate to dress or undress for the occasion. Story 27. It adds nothing of value. I would rather go to a nice dinner in public with a beautiful woman wearing an amazing little black dress without underwear, then go back to our place and watch her dress slowly drop to the floor. Story 28. Honestly, it's on you. No matter what you wear, we like it. But when you put something sexy on, I know you want me to. Story 29. I do not like it at all and find it off-putting. My partner knows what works for us, and that is not it. Story 30. The best thing for me is discovering lingerie. Imagine you're at dinner, caressing her thigh, and suddenly discover a garter belt and stockings. Oh yes, or you get a glimpse, accidentally, up her skirt, and it's all red and lacy up there. Half the fun is the anticipation of finally getting to see the whole thing later. I personally can't think of anything better. Story 31. It is the thought that counts. Walking to the bed in something sexy puts the mind into overdrive. We spent over an hour at Victoria's Secret yesterday with my wife of 22 years, trying on slips and new bras. She wanted me to assist and evaluate. Trust me, that was all that happened in the fitting room. It meant so much that she was purchasing something to wear that adds to the mood. Story 32. The most important factor is whether it matches the flooring because that is where it will be most of the time. I suppose I am old-fashioned because I am much more interested in the present inside than the paper it is wrapped in. Story 33. I guess I'm in the minority. When my wife strips naked, especially with confidence or when unexpected, it is much sexier than any lingerie. Story 34. Much sexier? In general, yes. There are some exceptions. I mean, my girl lounging in an underboob crop top with a cute thong or G-string is incredibly arousing, but lingerie is like the next level. I particularly like when she wears what I get for her. I can't really explain it, but it feels like she is submitting to me through her way of dressing. It's definitely a thrill. Story 35. I personally could not care less. It has never done anything for me, but boy shorts and a cut-up t-shirt will get me. Story 36. No lingerie has ever looked sexier than when it is ripped and thrown in the corner of the bedroom floor. Story 37. If it is already there when you take your clothes off, then massively positive. If I have to coordinate with you to wear it, then negative. Story 38. It adds a lot. My wife used to work at Bendon Lingerie and she got staff discounts, so she has an amazing collection. But it does not have to be lingerie. Any kind of dressing up is a turn-on if the intent is to be provocative or teasing. Story 39. It does not turn me on or make me more interested, but I obviously do like the look more than someone wearing really ugly underwear. Once you reach the realm of acceptable, going above and beyond rarely does anything for me. Story 40. I love all kinds of lingerie and hot, cute, sexy outfits. The right outfit can easily turn me on twice as much or more than if she is just naked. It is like glazing on a cake to me. It does not really change the physical sensation, but the aesthetics kind of kickstart my imagination and turn the whole experience into more of a fantasy. I do not think of it as a green light at all, though. Any green light comes from words, actions, and enthusiasm, not clothing. That said, I also know men who do not care for lingerie at all, and I have read stories of men seeing it as a useless expense, so reactions may vary. You are best off gauging the interest on a partner-by-partner basis. Story 41. Just be into it. Wear a t-shirt of your significant other and some of his boxers, then give a come-hither stare and gesture. Engage when making love. Don't make it a chore. Make it fun for both of you. Story 42. I haven't read all the comments, but I'm going to mention the obligatory statement. Not all men are into lingerie, and it leaves some indifferent. It is a personal preference. That being said, I love the item. Is it sexier than a little t-shirt and cotton panties? While that combination has its place, lingerie that excites me is absolutely much sexier. I love classic European-style lingerie. Agent Provocateur, Legiby, Obad, Simone Peril, and others. American-style lingerie with stretch lace does not appeal to me. It is a green light. It means she has taken a lot of time to prepare, from the idea to purchasing it to wearing it. It is sexy because she is doing it for my pleasure. It looks attractive. The contrast between textures and skin adds to the experience. The sensation of moving your fingertips from textured lace to smooth, soft skin adds to my experience. Story 43. Lingerie is like using toys. It adds variety and novelty. Her wearing one of my button-up shirts with only a few buttons done and nothing else is lingerie. A short t-shirt with or without underwear is also lingerie. Wearing anything that gives me easy access and signals that you want me is a huge turn-on. A fancy dress with a high slit or no slit, inviting me to approach, can be lingerie in my mind. Story 44. I agree with you. They put in effort and are actually showing you what they want. That is the great part. You could add some novelty in a long-term relationship, though. It is always good to mix it up now and again. Story 45. Every guy is different, just like you girls. For me, a girl in sheer thigh highs is my kryptonite. Story 46. It is effort, confidence, and a huge billboard saying that you actually want to be here. Many people only show the opposite. How much they hate it here through their words and body language. Story 47. It's attractive for sure, but a big part is how she feels confident in it. That's the bigger turn on for me. A woman feeling like she looks good is the most attractive part. Story 48. Adds so much. Pulling down a woman's pants or lifting her dress becomes like opening a sexy present. Story 49. No, I have been with women who always give permission for intimacy whenever I want it. The right lingerie definitely adds to it. Story 50. None at all. A long t-shirt with no underwear is much sexier than lingerie and way cheaper. I don't mind if my girlfriend wears my t-shirts. Story 51. If the outfit makes her feel more confident and attractive, then it can enhance the situation. A woman who feels confident and attractive will act confident and attractive as well. If it does not, she might as well skip it. The clothes themselves do nothing for me. There is no difference between fancy expensive lingerie or any other underwear in how sexy I find the situation. Story 52. It looks good, but generally, yes, in real life it adds to the experience, although it comes off quickly. You would have to question the cost. I find a bikini exciting as well as a t-shirt and brief underwear. Story 53. I would rather my wife be comfortable. Lingerie looks uncomfortable. T-shirt and shorts or a sundress 100%. Story 54. Sexy lingerie only adds to situations where it is appropriate for the setting. I have known many women who try to wear it as if it is a standalone benefit, but it often comes across like wearing a formal gown to a casual restaurant. Anything done beyond the rest of the environment is usually wasted unless the contrast itself is somehow attractive. Around the house, I much prefer thin and comfortable outfits. They can be quite thin and appealing. I have often felt more pressure to make a woman believe I found her lingerie choice attractive than I was actually turned on by it. That is what happens when it is far beyond the rest of the environment. Story 55. No, I love nice underwear, but it is not lingerie. I prefer a less scratchy and complex access pathway to heaven. Wearing no underwear as a surprise under normal clothes is great. Story 56. I actually prefer the t-shirt and underwear, or her wearing one of my t-shirts with or without anything else. Story 57. A lot. It's not just a green light. It's actually appealing to me. I have a thing for three-piece sets, but it's obviously not necessary, and other options could work on me. It just wouldn't be the same feeling. Think of sex like food. Different kinds of food taste good and have different flavors, but sometimes you are craving that food specifically. Story 58. I go through waves. Now 51. Young me loved all that front-of-house frilly silliness, then a cotton panties and tank top phase, then a nude phase, and things seem to be circling back to enjoying garters and stockings. Bottom line, if you are signaling sex is on its way, I am into it. Story 59. A million times. Knowing someone wanted to look attractive because they wanted me to desire them is an immense turn-on. Story 60. When a woman is both beautiful and attractive, anything will add to her appeal, whether it is La Perla lingerie, wearing my button-down dress shirt, or a ripped old t-shirt. Story 61. I say it has its place. Lingerie, to me, is usually a more elegant way to show being sexy or in a sexual mood. But just panties and wearing my shirt will communicate the same intent, though it won't be as elegant, but will be alluring or cute in its own way. I had a girl walk out of the shower in just a towel. She gave me a look and dropped her towel. Of course, all of these require body language to show sexual intent. I would say after a nice date, lingerie can be a good way for a woman to feel sexy in the bedroom and for the man to feel like it is a special treat. Other options might be more suited for a regular day. It all depends on personal preferences at the end of the day. Story 62. I put on lingerie for my boyfriend and he immediately put down his video game. When I tried to initiate again, he said, "Baby, I just have to finish this game first. Then we can have fun." I think it indicates that he really likes it, but it may just be him. Story 63. If you really want to know why it is seen as a trigger, it is because even the less perceptive individuals know she is wearing it with the express intent of intimacy. No woman is going to wear lacy underwear just to lounge around. When you see her wearing it, it means it is time for intimacy. There is almost always a shift in tone when she shows it off. More confident, more intentionally seductive. You could call it a Pavlovian response. Seeing the lace triggers desire because it almost always leads to intimacy. Sure, it is aesthetically pleasing if it suits her well. More so than casual wear since it is often fitted to highlight her figure and draw attention to certain features. But the best lingerie is the kind that is not meant to stay on very long, if you understand what I mean. Story 64. Hand on heart. I can honestly say that lingerie does absolutely nothing for me. You might as well be wearing overalls. But that is just me. Story 65. 2 things lingerie does. Tells me you want to be with me. It is like Christmas to me. I get to unwrap my present. It becomes part of the foreplay. Story 66. I'm not a fan of see-through underwear. It's like wrapping a present in plastic wrap. For me, sexy underwear is more about anticipation. Story 67. There is nothing $1,000 in designer lingerie can do for me that an oversized t-shirt cannot do better. Maybe I am just weird. Story 68. My lady is petite and has to shop in the teenage section of Target for bras and underwear. I have never seen her in sexy lingerie, but it does not matter. I will still love her passionately even though she is almost 50. wearing a bra and panties with cartoon characters on them. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.